All right, everybody. I love yuccas. It's back again. We're on the yucca garden. We have some cleanup to do. Lots of leaves that are starting to get scorched, and it's gonna be time to clean those up. So if that's something you're interested in, let's get started. Okay, just wanted to take a little look at these area where I have my maple trees. There's some elm trees in here. You can see I've got some little oak trees going. Some leaf maples, a few things going on. But in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my yuccas. It's going to start getting pretty warm. Today's April 20th. We are at about 85 degrees at 8:30 in the morning, so it's going to be a pretty warm one today. So I'm going to have to start moving some of these around to create more shade. And I just want to take a look at what I got going on. I get a lot of questions. I used to do a lot of these videos in the past, but I get a lot of questions about chopping your yuccas. Okay, as you can see, a lot of these come straight up and they could get 10 to 15 feet tall and not do anything. So I normally cut these off here and get them to grow. But as you can see, I've got pups coming down really low, which is really cool. And the reason why I get pups is because around this time of year, look at, there's another one down there. This time of year, I strip all of these top leaves off and just leave just a few, so it's forced to send out shoots wherever it can and leaves wherever it can. Now, not everyone is successful. As you can see, a few last year, let's see if we can zoom out a little bit here. These are my big mother plants, which I've decided not to take any more pups just to see and watch them grow. As you can see, they're getting pretty long. Look at some of these. So last year I cut these all off. I'll post a picture up here and show you what they looked like. But this one did not take. You can see it's died way off to here. So it looks like I'm gonna have to chop that one off as well. But when you cut them off, they do create pups. And I've got a pretty good sized mess going on with the yuccas because I haven't been paying too much attention to them. But what I do is as the pups grow and they get sizable, I pull them into pots, individual, until they start to spring up, and then I put them into groups of 3. So if you look around, you can see I've got some individuals in here. But today I'm basically going to go through and clean some of these up and start putting some for sale. Okay, this is one I haven't cleaned up much, but you could see. Let's see if I pull some of these off for you. This was a store bought from Home Depot or from Lowe's. My first time I've ever bought a yucca, and I came and chopped the top of it off last year, and there's what's growing. Okay, coming over here is more mature groups, which are probably, I would say, 2 to 3 years old. All started with pups. At one time I harvested 37 pups in one day. So these are the groups that I'm going to be putting together. I should say putting for sale. Now, like I said, these started with the small pups. Again, picture's going to go up there someplace. And what I did last night is I wanted to show you guys what the roots look like. I think that's fantastic. This is one that was cut off of one of my pups, and you can see how it's swollen. This species is called elephantypes because of the foot pattern that it makes. It looks just like an elephant's foot. I guess I should go ahead and put this in a pot of water or something. Oops. Okay, so we're going to be basically going through the yuccas. Some of them are going to get moved over here, and I've got some more in the front that I'm going to go dig out and move those around as well. Now, even though these are drought tolerant, that just means you don't have to give them water, and it'll take a long time for them to die, just like any other succulent or cactus. But the more water you give them, the faster and the harder they'll grow. Let's see, what I do is I keep these stripped down, and you can see this is probably the end of summer where I cut all the dead ones off. And this was last spring, and so on and so forth. So I get about that much growth every year. So I like to keep them stripped off because it will, like I said, force it to either send out shoots or just massive growth on the top. Here's those ones where you can see it's created some pups. Now I strip all of these back, and if you go look at all my old videos, you'll see that twice a year I strip almost all the leaves off, leaving like 5 or 6 leaves on the top. And I strip everything off to, like I said, force it to grow. So I'm not exactly sure what direction I'm heading in this video, but we're just gonna take a closer look at some of these groups of 3 because I want to photograph them anyways to get them available for sale. Okay, what I've done here is I've just kind of pulled some of the leaves off. I like to do this every year before it starts to get too hot. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw some wood chips on top of the soil just to keep that so it doesn't dry out too much. So basically that's what it is we got going on. These are groups of 3 grown from pups by myself. Now I'm gonna go through here and clean all of the rest of these up. You can see I've got quite a job ahead of me. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this one up. Here we've got some pretty good sized pups going on underneath there now. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up, and the whole idea is to get them to fan out like this once you transplant them into their permanent home. All right, that's it. Evening is falling. Got a busy day tomorrow. We're gonna try and clean up this as much as we can. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Come along with me on adventures. I play with my trees, work on my cars, and do whatever else I want in my retirement. And as I get ready to eat my first homegrown loquat. Thanks for watching. You're Ed Gardner here on philatv. Ciao.